The following is an intro of things that this channel has accomplished. If you don't want to watch it, just simply fast forward.
I kept seeing a car go into the water. All day they've been showing me reruns in my mind of Adventures with Purpose. BP's gonna find her in the Prosser Lake.
We have found Kylie Rodney's vehicle. Again, our search for Kylie at Prosser Creek Reservoir on August 21st at 10.
There are plenty of questions and very few answers after 4 students at the University of Idaho were found murdered in their off-campus house.
It's like if you look at Ted Bundy's eyes and you look at his eyes, they're the same. Maybe a little bit lighter. The one thing that I keep seeing is curls. So I don't know if he has curly hair or wavy hair, and that might be when it's grown out. I think he elongated, like his face might be a little bit longer. There's a reference to a pointier type nose. He honestly looks a lot like Ted Bundy, but like a jacked up Ted Bundy. Like not as handsome. Seriously, that's what I heard, like a jacked up Ted Bundy. Why am I hearing the word campus security? I keep getting like a security guard or a badge. I don't really, and that could be in his past as well. That might not mean that he just does it right now. And names can be, like I said, interconnects can happen, so they might not even fit this case, or they can be connections to someone. I keep getting like a Brian or something like that. It's because they are going to catch him. Because I'm seeing him in an orange jumpsuit.
Good.
So that tells me that he wasn't as smart as he thought he was.
Okay.
And he's probably going to go to jail for this eventually. I keep getting December.
8-year-old Brian Koberger. He was arrested Friday in
I also get the name Richard again. I also get the name Rick. Damn name Allen is coming in again.
jailed 50-year-old Richard Allen in connection with the double murder. Teen best friends Libby German and Abby Williams went hiking on a trail and never came home.
Done on November 20th, 2019 at 7:14 p.m. Q and O. I don't know, I hear something like Quentin or Quinton. I've heard that. I'm not sure if it fits here at all, but I'm seeing trash and I'm not sure, but I've gotten it a lot, so it fits someone.
9:42 Wednesday morning, Quentin Simon's mom told 911 her little boy was gone.
I do keep hearing a trash truck though. Then I keep hearing the trash truck. It's almost like the trash truck is around the same time that he left. That's one thing I can't get rid of is the twisting of the trash bag. And so then I'm like, well, is he in the trash?
Okay.
Unfortunately, I hate to say that. I do hear landfill. Could be that's where maybe the cops think that he is. Like he's in a trash bag, but...
Well, new tonight, a heartbreaking search underway in Georgia for a missing toddler. Police are sifting through trash at a landfill for the remains of 20-month-old Quentin Simon.
If he's still alive, which honestly earlier I felt he was, and I felt like he was going to be found. That was earlier in the day.
3-year-old boy found alive and in good health.
For some reason, I do want to go out the back of the house though. But like to the wooded area, but I don't.
He was last seen on Friday playing with his dad in their backyard.
And I said like within 3 miles by a log. I'm not seeing him being hurt, and I'm not seeing someone coming up and getting him.
And I said, "Were you alone?" Yes.
The main 2 things I keep getting is the wooded area and the shed.
Well, to take cover in that shed, and I truly.
My kid, I would want somebody to come help.
We are live as law enforcement and volunteers search late into the night to find.
I see him running to the woods. Like Cam, like, is this an abduction or did he run off? Because then they give me the Riker thing. No, I keep getting the repeated image of him running to the woods.
It's like right in their backyard.
Okay. So maybe he decided he wanted to go play and then he kind of got lost in the woods.
Okay.
He's got to be within 2 miles. I keep getting that 2 mile. So like I keep getting a reference to the edge of the woods. And so he's still alive because I'm not using him to get this information.
Right.
Around in the woods like I can't find my way out. I'm stuck. Like and I said he's in a bush.
Okay.
And people were like, what the heck? What do you mean he's in a bush? I said he's in a bush and there's searchers around him, but they've missed him.
Okay.
Because he's in this bush.
And I went across a field of grass. I came up on some woods and I listened good. I heard like a whimpering kind of noise. And at that point, I was like, there's no other kids here. It's got to be JJ. So sure enough, I went in the woods and about 100 feet from where I was at, I think he was in some stickers. There's a lot of stickers and all there.
Tonight in our Missing series, a case that we have heard a lot about from our viewers.
The person.
He wants to take me down the road to like a neighbor's house or something, like another farm. I also hear neighbor. He said he knows this guy. He knows him. And he's a neighbor. I don't know what the friends come in.
Suspect, 58-year-old James Brenner, who also happens to be Dylan's closest neighbor in the remote desert area of Lucin.
Hi guys, I hope everyone is doing well tonight. I look like crap. I'm sorry. Everything's been crazy. So anyways, welcome to the Psychic Sleuth channel. If you haven't been here before, I hope you enjoyed that. That is our intro. If you've gotten this far, thank you. And you can always fast forward, remember that. So we just like to kind of show what this channel has accomplished for the simple fact of, we get a lot of new people here that don't really know what I do or who I am or the stuff that we do here. And so that kind of shows them. So that's why we have it. A couple things I wanted to show off. This is from a sub. She has a store. And the link is down below. Also, Tammy's link is down below if you're interested in her cosmic energy stuff. And I also have like keychains and necklaces and stuff I am making. So all the ways to support me is down below as well. You can, I'm still doing the $15 questions. If anybody's interested, just give me a few days to get to them. I get to them as I can, as energy allows. So it's not like I get to them like right away, but it's there. My schedule's about to get really crazy. So, do keep that in mind. And thank you for your patience with my YouTube because I only am one person. And I hope that you will stick around because we do things as we can. And maybe one day we'll be able to give all my attention to YouTube. But as of now, this is how it is. So today we're going to kind of do something a little different. And I wanted to, try this. I get a lot of questions about the Zodiac. And I'm curious too. I mean, I don't really know much about it. I do know gun was involved. That's about it. I try to stay away, like I say, from any cases as I don't know what I'm going to work. So if I know too much about a case, I will not work it. So the fact that I'm working this case, I don't know a lot about it. And a lot of people will tell you that know me, that I feel like knowing things about the case will taint the reading. However, there will be factual information that comes in during the reading. And so that doesn't mean I went and Googled it or anything like that. It means that spirit is validating. I don't need to do that. If you guys have followed me for a while or you know me, or if you just look at my videos, you can tell that I don't need to research. And I feel like it taints everything. So also, if you have not watched the live about the astrology of Ted and I and what we're supposed to do and how he's in the light now and all of that, my suggestion is that you go watch that. You need to be on a higher vibration and a higher understanding to kind of understand why I decided to use him as a consultant. We all do things in different lives that probably aren't the best and are horrible, and we just never know. But on the other side, there is no judgment. There's only healing and love. So he has found his place to the light, and he is trying to make up for his things and helping. And we are literally in each other's astrology charts. So if you have not checked that out, I believe it's in the TED playlist. Also, I have a lot of other playlists, so make sure before you ask me to work on a reading that you check the playlist, please. Yeah. So I just want to put that out there for a lot of people that missed the live, that didn't watch it, that didn't know it's out there. It does explain a lot. So if you are interested in astrology and our connections and why we're doing what we're doing, it's to help the masses. So I'm actually going to use him today because sometimes whenever I use serial killers, like whenever I use a lot of victims and stuff like that, I tend to it tends to be all over the place. I don't know who's communicating. I don't know what I'm getting, and so we kind of just want to take it from somebody that helped with serial killers when he was here, the same person that, or the same spirit that helped me with BK and one of the most accurate readings that I did. So there's that. And something weird happened with me and Tammy before we came on. Like, her screen went out twice and she didn't tell me. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, my screen just went out. My screen went black. And then it came back on. And she's like, oh my gosh, that just happened to me twice. So I'm just curious if someone was making their presence known. I may also have, there may also be some of the victims around that because I'm feeling like really like, all of a sudden it's like the energy is picking up. And I'm feeling a little high, so to speak, as I feel like a big drain. And that could be because the victims are around and they'll probably want to talk to, but I'm going to try to focus on just Ted and try to get the information, because it's too much when I connect to the different victims in serial killer cases. It's just really hard. It's just really hard. I do have a Patreon, the killing filter on there. It was crazy. So that's why we're trying a different way. And I connected to a victim on that one. And it just like, I don't know. It's just so much. So I am working on getting Patreon, more on Patreon. Thank you so much for your patience. For those that are new Patreon members, I will get something up ASAP. Keep in mind, my schedule is really full, though, and I am only one person, and I am doing the best that I can. So for those of you that are new here, I'm just going to explain really quick how I work. Information that comes in can be past, present, or future. It can be symbolic or have multiple meanings. Spirit will often use my references, my experiences, or how I relate to something to try to explain what they're wanting to say. And as I get information, Tammy, what she knows will validate. She is here to bounce off of. If she does not know, it's okay. I don't expect her to know everything about every case. She also has a life. And sometimes we do cases without researching. So she's just to bounce off of, keep the energy flowing. Please understand that is her reason and her purpose here. She is a sitter, and it is to help. She does not need to know everything. So please don't come in the comments about how she didn't know this or that. Sometimes we just jump on and do a case and she doesn't know crap. So she's just there to kind of keep the energy flowing. Things are as we perceive them. So it's how it kind of makes sense to the case. Sometimes I do misperceive. But usually I do try to perceive things right. Like, I'm trying to learn to say certain things a different way. Like with BK, I kept saying he lived, or the person for Idaho 4 kept saying he lived close, but actually it was his energy was really close. And that's what I was feeling. I perceived it as maybe he lived close because his energy felt close. You know what I mean? So that's kind of, it's sometimes hard to perceive that kind of stuff. So I do try to perceive it. And there is going to probably be a lot of information that comes in, I'm hoping, in this. So I will get what Spirit feels is important to tell me. It doesn't mean I'll necessarily get a name or anything like that. I may get a description or whatnot. I don't know. Sometimes I can get a name, sometimes I can't. It just depends. And everything is about timing. So do keep that in mind. So everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This is for entertainment purposes only, and viewer discussion is advised because I don't know what's going to happen. But I was already getting visions on this when me and Tammy were trying to figure out what we wanted to do. So, oh crap, I lost Ted's thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to say. I'm going to bring Tammy on and then she can tell me if I missed anything. I'm sure I did. Oh, I'm sure I did, but so did I say everything?
I think
You've
so.
heard it a million times, so I mean,
it kind of just flows now.
Yeah, I don't know. We're drinking the energy drink. All right.
I got coffee and Mountain Dew.
I'm telling you, these energy drinks are getting me in trouble, but it's keeping me alive and keeping me going. We wanted to get stuff done before the end of the month, before my life gets crazy.
Yes.
All right, so I'm just gonna focus on him now. For those of you who don't know, she's not texting me or anything. I am just scribbling on a piece of paper, pad, whatever. She will research, I think, as I'm going, and if she sees something that I say, she will tell me. If she doesn't, oh well. It's just she's just doing the best that she can. I have to tell you, like, I feel like overwhelmed with energy right now. It's almost like I don't know how to explain it. I kind of, besides the energy drink might be some of it, but it feels different than that. It feels like I feel like I almost want to pass out. Like there's just so much energy, and it just makes me wonder if we've got all the victims behind us. And that would account for the screen going out. And that's another thing, is when my mic goes out, it's usually spirit trying to communicate through the mic because they use electronics. So do keep that in mind. I know there's been some complaints about my audio. You guys got to understand how spirit works. I've got a lot of spirit around me and a lot of energy, so it will maybe go out. And I think when we did Lacey, we got a couple EVPs. So, see, was that you? Did you just played something, right? Okay.
No, I just said yep.
Well, it seemed like something came in right when I said that, so I was making sure like you didn't play anything.
Nope.
Did you play anything? No.
I have
hear
Wikipedia
that?
up. No, I just have Wikipedia up.
So the last EVP that I got, I heard audibly, and I was like, "Oh, Tammy in Lacey's." Same thing just happened, female voice. I heard it, but I think I heard it on your end. That's why I was asking. So I don't know. We'll have to listen back. Anyways, all right. Come on, Ted. Quit playing with me. I was already talking to him, telling him I needed to come through, help me with this because I don't know. Okay. So I'm just asking him if he's telling me about the Zodiac and not his stuff, because he's taking me back to the Zodiac's childhood, which is really interesting. Okay. I really feel like not. I feel really weird. I feel really freaking weird. I can't even explain how I feel. It's almost like I'm high, or like how I would feel if I was ungrounded, but I shouldn't be ungrounded. So he's taking me back to childhood. I keep seeing like this kid, and he's in this household, but there's some form of abuse that's taking place in the household.
Okay.
And also he's talking about okay, so obviously because he's called the Zodiac, I get that he is kind of fascinated with astrology, but it feels like it comes from somewhere. See, how can I explain this? So it feels like it was always kind of an interest, but I still want to go to a mother figure. Like maybe a mother figure was into astrology or was some form of like into that kind of stuff. Because I keep wanting to connect the astrology to a female figure in his life. But there's also some kind of like, I don't know if it's like physical abuse. He's showing me him as like a kid with like being smacked or something like that. But and I get that this seems to be this energy is all muddled. I don't really know why. So just bear with me, guys, because I'm trying to I'm kind of trying to understand and interpret what I'm seeing and getting, which is sometimes hard to do. And Ted's usually good at showing me things really clearly, but there's a reference to like him being like a kind of a shy kid. There's like some hey, hold on. Sorry. It wasn't even spirit, so don't worry about that. My bird did a weird thing and all the dogs acted stupid about it. So anyways, sorry about that. It's been too hot during the day, so that's why they're in here right now. Anyways, he shows me like a child that was maybe sort of shy or withdrawn as a child. And then there's a reference to a bathtub, and I don't really know what that is. I don't know if like something happened in a bathtub or what the relationship to the bathtub is. I see a boy in the bathtub, and I'm not really sure that reference what he's trying to get at. I get this obsession. So it's odd. Like it's almost like it becomes like an obsession with the astrology and astronomy with this kid, and it's like almost like just something he got into, but I still want to connect it back to mom for some reason, or an older female figure in the family. It feels like mom. Like maybe I kind of it's weird because I'm getting like witchy stuff.
Okay.
So it makes me wonder if mom wasn't into dark arts or some kind of witchy stuff, but also maybe astrology. And like witchy stuff isn't always dark. But they're showing me like a 6-pointed, like I'm getting like a 6-pointed star and like candles around the 6-pointed star and like that kind of stuff. Okay. And that could be, he could have gotten into that as well, but it feels like maybe there's a female figure that was into that because I keep wanting to relate it to this female that I kind of can't drop this older female that feels like a mother figure that maybe was into this. Because I get like the 6-pointed star and the candles and stuff like that. And also like astrology, but it's kind of he like, but I still feel like he was like into the astrology thing, but it's like it's almost like he blamed it for something. I don't know how to explain this. Like I keep seeing like constellations and stuff, and like he got really into studying, like he may have even studied in school astronomy or astrology or something like that, but it comes across as maybe like somehow he got this dark feeling towards it.
Okay.
I don't really know how to explain that. It's
Right.
I get the feeling, but I don't know how to explain the feeling. Like if he blamed people for their astrology and like their qualities or something like that. Like I don't know how else to explain it. It's really confusing.
Okay.
So I get the name Jackson, and remember, names can be connections, or first, middle, last connections. I do get interconnects too, like to other cases, but it doesn't happen as much when we do it this way. So Ted does take me to like I don't know. I feel like the kid was like really withdrawn and shy, but then he keeps showing me like animals, like he did certain things to animals at some point. I don't know if like his mom sacrificed him or someone sacrificed him, but there's some kind of like weird connection, like Ted showing me. And then I keep getting like age 16, like something happened at 16. There's a reference to him being bullied and beaten up at some point in his life, and I feel the word outcast. I get the word outcast, like he's a very outcasted person. Like he wasn't popular, he wasn't well liked. People thought of him as odd or off, and but he was mostly shy and withdrawn. This is about power. This was about power. I could walk up and do whatever I want to you. I could walk up and just take your life.
Right.
My screen did it again. My screen just went out.
Did it? Oh.
Yes. Every time it does it, I think I'm going to lose everything. It's energy, okay? I'm telling you, the energy is strong in here right now because I can feel it. I've got major anxiety. And yes, I'm having a hard time deciphering things, but sometimes it's like that. And it might be because it's coming from all different areas. Like I've got huge anxiety right now, and I kind of can't breathe. So I hear him at a gun range at some point or shooting out somewhere. Okay. I feel like he's got there's like this fascination with guns and weapons and things like that. Because I see him like he's like holding a gun and like wiping down like it's his best friend. Okay. And he takes really good care of his guns. And I feel like he might have maybe a small collection, but there's one that he really is like, and it feels like a handgun, like maybe a 9mm or 38, something like that. It feels like kind of a Glock, maybe. Like that's what it reminds me of. I get a major headache. But it's so, come on, Ted, slow down a little bit. I'm getting like a bunch of different stuff and I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. So there is I hear like shooting, like he's got a range, like an outside range or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know where military's coming in at.
Okay.
Because I'm getting military background, but I don't know if it's his family or him or somebody he's connected to.
Right.
But it kind of, because at the same time, like I don't know. I heard military background, so that's why I'm kind of thrown off, because he's not like the type, unless he was discharged or something.
Okay.
Because he comes across as like a very like odd duck. He's a very odd duck. And I feel like he's very smart though, like very meticulous. I get meticulous, very smart. Ted says he was smarter than me because he didn't get caught.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think he's alive anymore. I'm not sure of that yet.
Okay.
I'm hoping I'll get more into that. That might be why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. But otherwise I think he would have continued with what he was doing. That's why I'm kind of wondering if he's no longer around somehow. Or he's really old. It's one of the two. But it's because Ted keeps flip-flopping between he's showing me younger person and he shows me old, so it makes me wonder, you know, if because he shows me he's got I'm getting like there's like two different. I'll just tell you guys what I'm seeing. So I'm getting like brown hair and brown eyes. But then they showed me bald. So I don't know if one point he shaved his head or went bald. Like I'm getting both. So it's kind of throwing me a little bit. Because he looks a little different bald. I don't know if it's different stages of his life. I could be getting, you know, like how he's younger and he's got the brown hair and brown eyes. I'm getting that really. I get like a bigger guy, like stockier. He's a stockier build. Build. I hear 5'7", so it's possible that he's around 5'7". So he's not very tall, but he's like wider shoulders, stockier. So I guess 5'7" is like normal. Like that's a little short, but it's like normal height, right?
Yeah, average.
Okay. So like an average height, but like a bigger, stockier, because I keep getting like the wider shoulders, and I keep getting like muscles or something, or like he's got a bigger build, but I still get this dorky, geeky vibe.
Okay.
And it's weird because now they show me him bald with glasses.
Okay.
And there's a lot of sitting behind the computer. There's a lot of I hear Richard too, so I don't know. I don't know where these names fits. They can be connections, like I said. So there's a lot of like sitting behind computers. I get a lot of research. Gosh dang it! What is wrong with my computer? It just did it again.
Mine just did it right before that too.
Dick.
Mine did it too.
You guys gotta quit playing with you guys stressing me out. You think I'm gonna lose everything? That's freaking third time it's done that. Jesus. Seriously, Ted. Unless it's the dude. I mean, I don't know.
Right. Mine keeps going
I don't know
out
at this
too,
point.
so.
I've never had that happen before in any of my readings ever. So I keep thinking something's wrong with my computer, but I really don't know what it could be. It's charged all the way. It's plugged in right now. So I'm not really sure. It shouldn't be going on like sleep mode either. It never does whenever we're doing this. So I don't know. Okay. So there's I also get I'm told like a series of like broken relationships. So I don't know if he couldn't keep a girlfriend or something like that, but I also get like he would always look at their astrology. This is so odd. This is so weird. Do you know if he like researched his victims? Because he seemed to know like when their birthdays were, what their astrology was. I hear Taurus. I don't know if that was one of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
But and it's okay. People can validate in the comments or whatever. This is just what I'm getting. There's also a reference to someone sitting on a bench or being on a bench somewhere around a park area and him coming up and shooting them. And I get a I feel like he wore like it looks like a trench coat or something like that. It's really odd. It's like I get a trench coat with him, and I hear the walking, like when you're walking on cement and you have like loafers or something on, you're walking on cement. Like that's what I keep hearing as he walks on the cement. Like when someone's walking up behind you and it's like really quiet and dark, because I keep getting nighttime. And there's something with the moon as well. There's something with the moon. I don't know if it's moon phases or something like that, but there's something with the moon or the way that the stars are. There's something with the moon, because they keep showing me the moon. So I don't know if he only happened to do this like certain moon phases or something like that.
Okay.
Also, there is I keep getting 10. I don't know if that's 10 victims, because I'm going between 5 and 10 and I don't really know, but and that can be months or years or whatever, but it's like it's like I try to find victims and I keep getting 10, but then I keep getting 5. So I'm not really sure. I don't really know what that is at all. But what I kept seeing before this reading was the whole sitting on the bench thing and someone coming up and shooting. Like I'm in a park or something like that. It's really weird. Does this happen in New York? You know if New York
Okay.
is it might
No.
be a tie to New York. There might be
Okay.
some kind of tie that he has there, but or the city I'm seeing is bustling, kind of like New York. So I don't know.
Went out.
Huh? Did it do it again? Weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
So there was 5 confirmed that
Okay.
for victims.
Okay. So that's my 5. I'm wondering if he had 5 more somewhere else that maybe weren't confirmed or prior to like whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
Because I was trying to get victims and I keep getting 5, but then I get 10. So I don't know. If there's 5
Okay.
unaccounted for that we don't know about. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I hear taunting, and Ted calls him a narcissist. So for Ted to say that, that's like the guy's kind of become. It's weird. He kind of went from this kind of outcast, odd person to like this like narcissistic.
Okay.
Like because he was bullied, or I don't know if it's because I see him being beat up like in his teenage years, or there's some kind of fight or something that took place.
Okay.
That kind of then it did it again. What the fudge stick?
Never
What's
happened.
going on? Oh my god. I don't understand what's going on. I keep getting like age 16, like there was some sort of fight or something that happened around that time. And I feel like people used to make fun of him. Like that's how it comes across. But then it's like he kind of shifts and changes into a different person at some point. Like, I'm trying to see, like, he feels older to me. Like, I'm not great at ages sometimes because sometimes people feel and look older and they're younger and vice versa. But it's like I keep getting like 40s.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't, or he just feels older to me. And he looks older in my mind's eye. Like, it doesn't mean he's not younger, but that he just feels like he's like older. I don't know why Ted keeps showing me that like fight at like 16. I don't understand what that's about. And he might have been, I don't know if he was the one getting beat up or not. I think he was.
Okay.
The way that it comes in, you know, it's like he was really withdrawn and odd, and then he kind of shifted and changed. But I don't know. I also get the name John. I don't know why all these names are coming in. They may be victims, or I don't know. I feel like there's a mix of female and male victims. Like it doesn't feel like it's all one sex. And I also there's I get Aries.
Okay.
So
there's two different Richards that are on the suspect list.
Interesting. I was hearing that name before we came on tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I also hear Aries. I also hear Taurus. So those are the two I know, Pisces and Cancer.
Okay.
I don't know. Those are ones that they're showing me. I'm wondering too if he's like relating it to some past stuff, like certain signs, but it all feels astrological for some reason. Like I don't know if he's like, it's almost like he's studying. It's almost like he's studying the astrology and the moon phases, and it's like this person of this sign needs to be unalived at this point for the moon. Like it still feels kind of witchy in a way, but it has to do with like something in the stars or the astrology or something like that. And I feel like he's super smart, like he's genius level smart, like and maybe he was in the military and that's where the code came from. I don't know. But I feel like there's some kind of code or something on his letters, because I one thing I do know is that he did send letters, and I forgot about that, but Spirit was reminding me, and then I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. But I'm afraid to say it because I don't want people to think I knew about it. So I'm letting you guys know that I did remember that he did send letters. And that's where maybe what they meant by the taunting, like he would taunt. Because he was narcissistic and he really didn't think that they were going to... Did your thing just go out again?
I'm going to do like that every time.
This is weird. I don't know. Like he really didn't think he was going to get caught, and he didn't.
Right.
But you know what's odd is that Ted's showing me him behind bars. So I don't know if that means that he got caught for something else and then released, or he had jail time at some point, or he's in jail now for something else. But he's showing me someone behind bars.
Okay.
So that tells me there's got to be some kind of connection to being in jail at some point.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if he still is, but there's that connection. I also hear second floor. So he lives, and I see an apartment building, and I feel like the apartment building is around the area where a lot of this occurred. So, I also feel like he did some sort of business or something like that where he could look. What the frick? Did it again. Where he could look people up and see what their astrology signs were and then follow them and stalk them. And this is what he did. Like, it wasn't random because he had to pick depending on what the stars were saying, is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
But there is a reference to, I keep getting a really tall, like maybe 4 or 5 floors. It looks like it's some kind of brick or something. I've seen it in dark, and there's street lights out front, and there's a cement like walkway out front, and it's like he lives on the second floor of this apartment building, and I'm getting the number 4 with it.
Okay.
And I feel like I hear 427, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd get a whole address. But okay, but I'm getting a 4. But it's like Ted says, like the Epcot or the center of where everything took place. Because I feel like there is where all these things happen kind of close together or around the same area.
I'm not sure.
Because it's like his apartment building is in the middle of it all. That's the way it's coming across, or the way I'm perceiving it. Okay, so it's almost like everything circles around his apartment building.
Okay.
So I feel like he lives really close proximity. It's almost like I'm right in the middle. The way that it's coming across is I'm right in the middle and everything's around me, almost like a star.
Wow.
Very odd the way that they're showing it to me, but it's almost like he lived right in the middle of where everything, like where all of his victims were.
Okay.
And for some reason I get like a stalking, like he had to watch them to know who his victims were going to be. And he had to know a little bit about them. So I feel like there's research going on. I see him at a computer, all that kind of stuff. It's just odd. I keep seeing a bald guy. Because it went from like I've got brown hair to like I'm bald now. And there's glasses. Like he looks kind of smarter. And then I don't know at what age this is. I don't know if this is now. Like I can get them at any point in their life. Does anybody look like that on the suspect list?
I don't know. There's
It's killing me, Ted. Come on.
There's only one sketch on here, and it's got hair. So.
Yeah, he's got hair on that. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if he shaved afterwards. I don't know. Like he may have had hair at the time and then he shaved afterwards. I keep seeing him like bald with glasses after this. Like, so it would have been someone that maybe tried to change their identity afterwards.
Yeah.
And like shaved, and that's how I'm seeing him. I don't understand what's going on with our computers. I really don't. It's really
I'm not
freaking odd.
freaking out right now.
You're not the only one, because mine never does that. Mine has never done that. And all the times we've done readings,
Mine
I've never
either.
had my screen go out like that.
Never. Not one time. My heart's thumping so bad.
I keep hearing 38. I wonder, do you know what the bullet was? If it was a 38 caliber by chance. I also get a P. I don't know where that comes in at, but
there is a victim with the P.
Okay.
I'll wait to see if you get it first. I'm gonna Google it.
Do you know if it was it both male and female?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Just because I didn't know that. Because I keep getting there's a woman too. I keep getting a woman and it's like she's got a dress on or she's in heels or something like that. And she's walking down a sidewalk and I see that he's following her.
Okay.
There's that kind of feeling. And I also keep getting a reference to a park.
Okay.
What the hell is going on? I just did it again. I didn't change any settings on this thing. I don't know. It's freaking weird.
Well, it's kind of odd that both of ours is doing it. Just saying.
I know. Okay. And there's a reference to I'm wondering about being shot in the head. Because my head was hurting really bad earlier, and then but I'm also getting like mid back kind of.
Okay.
I hear point blank. So, maybe the shot was point blank.
It says a point 22.
22. Huh. Okay. I never get my freaking bullets right. I heard 38. So, unless it's an age. I don't know. It might not be a bullet. It might be something completely different. I just took it as a bullet. So I heard it for a reason. It might fit an age somewhere. I don't know. I feel really like weird. It's like I said, it's like I'm seeing him at different stages of his life. It's
okay.
He shows me like with my head just started hurting again. Oh, in the back, like the back of my head. Like really bad. Sharp pain. So it's almost like I'm seeing him like with brown shaggy hair. Okay, brown shaggy hair. He's kind of off looking, like brown shaggy hair, and then they show me like bald with glasses, and then they show me like old, like an old guy with like white hair.
Okay.
So they're showing me different stages of his life, I guess. And there's a reference to being in a wheelchair. So I don't know if this is futuristic or like this is how he's going to be in the future or this is how he is now.
Okay.
But I keep seeing him in a wheelchair with gray hair and he's kind of frail. I don't know how long ago this has been. So I don't know why they're showing me that unless it's somebody. I mean, I really don't know. Because it feels like it's been a while.
Yeah.
So he could be old now, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Or not alive anymore. They could be showing me like he
maybe not.
Yeah, because they keep getting in like show me like old, like maybe they're showing me the old guy to like kind of describe like how he would look older and that he was in a wheelchair and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then but then it's weird, like I see like a flat line. They've never done that for me before. Like because it's almost like his heart stopped. So it makes me wonder if he's on the other side at this point.
Okay. Makes sense.
Is it 6-pointed star or 5-pointed star? So I think I'm being. I think I said 5 earlier, and that's because of the 5 victims. But it's supposed to be 6-pointed star, so I'm being corrected. Thank you, Ted. This happened in a city, though, right?
Yeah.
Because I keep getting like city stuff, like buildings
Yes.
and parks and things and cars and stuff like that. So it feels like it's a city. I just can't place the city.
Yep.
Or does San Francisco come in?
Yes.
Okay. San Francisco kind of reminds me of New York, but there could be a New York connection still, because.
Okay.
But it's still like really busy, like New York kind of. But okay, so San Francisco. But I keep getting like a park. It's kind of like, I don't know if he's trying to show me where he used to live, but it's almost like the apartment building is there, and then it's like, oh, Jesus, what the hell is going on? There's apartment building there, and then there's like the victims seem to like be spread out all around this apartment building. But there's a reference to a park really close by. That might be where I'm getting the bench at. Like,
okay.
Because I feel like someone got shot on a bench or by a bench, or there's a bench reference like near a park or by a park.
Okay.
Like I keep getting that. Like I was getting that before we came on here. I don't know if it's right, but I just keep seeing it.
Okay.
And so it's almost like I feel like he lives within vicinity of a park. Like,
okay.
And then I'd be curious if there's not water near the park, because I also get a reference to like the bay or the water or something like that. Like that keeps coming in, like water, but it's like it's like city and then park and then like kind of water like off past the park.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, and then like the sidewalk. I don't know, was there a woman shot like on or near a sidewalk? Because I keep getting this woman and she's walking and I'm being followed, unless it's a victim that didn't get, nothing happened to him. But I also get the number 55. I don't know what that is. Like he comes across as nerdy. Like nerdy yet nerdy yet tough.
Yeah.
I get this feeling of like he wants power over people, but again, this all feels like he feels like it's destined or something. Like it's destined for these people for this to happen, and he's like this person that's supposed to do it. Like I don't know if he has some kind of mental illness. I mean, obviously he probably does. Psychopath.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ted's saying more like sociopath. Like it kind of like came in later in life. But because I keep hearing sociopath because I was a psychopath. So I hear personality disorder, and I feel like he like lived in a fantasy world where he thought that he was supposed to be the person to take all these people out because there's something that he had read or done or something that came to him where it's like, I gotta like these people are destined to go this time and I got to be the one to do it kind of thing. But it still comes across as like a power trip is what Ted says, like a power trip kind of thing. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's like he has this like fantasy in his mind that like he's supposed to be the one to do this and handle this. And then it's like I'm gonna go to the news and the cops and tell them all this stuff, and they're not gonna know who I am ever. Like he's like very narcissistic in that. Like he wasn't afraid he was gonna get caught. For some reason, he knew he was gonna get away with it for so long, and he wasn't gonna ever get caught. And that's why Ted says he was even smarter than him. Like I feel like genius level. Like his IQ is very, very, very high.
Okay.
If he would have put it to something else, like very, very high. Okay. Ted says above average, like way above average. Like he tells me he's kind of like a like he's a genius. He's a genius.
Okay.
Or he has like a high IQ. But there's something about like just like I don't know if he got into like the old ways of thinking or like some kind of book that he was studying. I feel like it's almost like I feel like he's almost schizophrenic.
Okay.
And the reason why is because it's almost like I hear whispers, which I usually get with schizophrenia, but it's almost like why does this keep doing this? It did it again. He's taking it like, I don't know how to freaking explain this. I hate when I can't explain things. I get like taking the studying of certain things to like a different level and like things being told to him or him understanding things a different way to like make him think that he's like what do you call that when someone's like feels like they're destined to like take other people out? What is that called? That's called something. Annihilator is what Ted said.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if that's the correct word, but it's like he feels like it's his duty because they're destined to go at this time because I've been studying and I've been being told like it's like he's in like a fantasy thing, but I still hear these voices. Like there's like he's got issues. He's got major issues. Because like Ted says, like mental illness. Like there was a mental illness here, and I feel like it built up. And I feel like he might have even went to a psychologist or a psychiatrist and talked about these issues, but I don't know if he ever said like, oh yeah, I'm going to go and do this. It's more like, and I only feel like maybe it was once or something like that. Like maybe when he was younger, like, or there's some kind of diagnosis here.
Okay.
Yeah, they take me. It's so odd. Like I keep seeing two people, unless it's like a split.
Oh, could be
picking up two personalities because I see like this the shaggy haired and it's like lighter brown. It's not dark brown. It's like a regular brown. Okay, so the shaggy hair, regular brown haired guy.
Yeah,
and then it switches to like the bald guy with the glasses. So either he changed his looks or he's got like a split.
Okay.
But I really feel like he's in a fantasy realm or fantasy world. But at the same time, it's about power.
Okay.
I don't even know if I'm making sense. I feel like I'm all over the place at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm all over the place at this point. Really, I don't know what I'm getting right, what I'm getting wrong, and really like.
I think you're doing good.
At the same time, I feel like I'm off. I'm like way off.
No, you're doing good.
Oh
my gosh. My back is hurting more than normal and my computer keeps shutting off. I'm like freaking out.
I keep hearing like railing, and I don't know what that is either. If someone was shot during railing or what that is, but I keep hearing railing. yeah, my head just started hurting again. There's something weird like freaking going on. Like someone's messing with our computers and our and this stuff here. I'd be curious. There's probably EVPs on this all over this thing right now. But what's weird is this thing ain't going off. This thing never goes off. So why isn't this thing going off?
Should be.
And I didn't change anything. Like there's no settings changed to where it would all of a sudden like just go to sleep on me. That's what I don't understand.
Well, I didn't either. Yeah.
Yeah, so was there a sketch?
Yes. Yeah, you want to see it?
Because Ted, well, I want to explain it because Ted showed me a sketch and it's like, oh, I don't know how to explain the face shape. It's kind of like my face shape, but more like more prominent, like chin that kind of stick. Like it's almost like a. I don't know how to explain it. Well, let me see if I can draw it. Let's see if I can draw it. You know, I have that program I haven't used.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. No, but at the same time, like my cheeks are sunken. Draw, please don't laugh at my drawing. This is the cheeks; they're kind of sunken in. Like I don't know. It's the face shape. See the face shape that I'm trying to get at, but like, oh, what the hell? You fucking stupid computer did it again. Like the face shape is like weird, and then like the cheeks are shaking. Like I don't know how to explain it.
I got you.
It's almost like the chin is more prominent, like it's
wider cheeks.
Yeah, but like it comes to like a point, like this.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it. I'm trying not to fucking laugh here because Ted's trying to show me in my head and I can't explain it. Like I can see it drawn out like in pencil, like
right.
And the eyes are brown. Like I'm getting brown eyes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if that's right now. Every time I look at you, I keep thinking I'm way off track.
It makes sense. You're good.
Okay. I also get a T.
Okay.
I'm really pulled to that Richard name. Like that's what I was hearing before I came on.
Okay.
And I kept getting reference to like Delphi's name, the guy from Delphi's name. And then it was like I kept hearing, I was like, it came to me randomly before we came on here. So anytime anything comes to me randomly, it usually fits.
Okay.
I just don't know like anything. I don't know if it's just because I don't know if it's just because he was a suspect or that he's actually involved in it, you know, because I could pick up suspects and stuff too. So I don't know.
One of them.
What?
Okay, hold on.
I feel like this all happened at night. Like I don't get any really daytime stuff. I could be wrong, but
probably.
What?
I'm trying to make sure I read this right so I don't miss. There was a police sergeant, Richard, that was gunned down by 3 shots from a .38 caliber gun.
Oh, that's my 38. Okay. I knew I wasn't tripping out. Okay. So that's the Richards. It's a victim, not a
Well, now I saw it on the suspect list too, but that just happened to pop up.
Did they connect it to him?
Well, it's in the Wikipedia article.
Because I got multiple he could have multiple guns because I got like there's more than one weapon that he had. Like he could
yeah.
have switched
Yes,
up his.
definitely. There was more than one weapon. I can tell you that.
Okay, because he could have switched it up to make it seem like it's not connected. You know, he's that
Yeah.
smart. Like that, and that's why I'm getting like there's more than one. Why I got there's more than one gun, and why I'm getting like the 38 makes sense then.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought I was totally off on that when you said 22. Oh, yay! Knew I wasn't tripping out. All right.
I haven't looked this case up in a long time, so
So there's different caliber bullets then, which is what I
Yeah.
think he did to try to throw it.
yeah.
And it's
that's maybe
almost
why
like
there's
at the same time, like he would use like, oh, this night on this victim, I'm going to use this weapon. This night on this victim, I'm going to use this weapon. It had to do, he's got numerology and astrology in there. There's numerology, astrology, and the moon cycles. So he's all about like that kind of stuff and feeling like certain things are fated. So I don't know. Maybe he did the people's astrology charts for all we know,
maybe.
thinking that, you know, they're destined to be unalived at this time. So he had to have been able to get that kind of information and track them about where they were. Do you have the sketch? I want to see if that's who I'm seeing. Because I don't know how. I can't draw it. So forget that. You guys will get a stick figure. Like, it won't look anything like it. I hear wide set eyes. Whatever that means.
You want me to send you the screenshot?
Just can you show it on the screen? Or what the hell is wrong with you, you stupid computer?
I could try.
Would that be wide set eyes? I don't know what wide set eyes are.
Do you see it?
Yeah, he looks younger there. I'm wondering if I'm seeing him at different times in his life or something. I don't think.
There you go.
Oh, glasses.
There you go.
Glasses. I can see the glasses.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yes, that is the kind of jaw and face shape I was trying to get at. Yes. Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the glasses, and then his hair looks short there, but I wonder if like at some point he was bald, because I'm getting both. Unless it's a split, but I feel like it's both because I'm getting the glasses. Like I'm seeing him bald with glasses. So I'm wondering if at some point he didn't do that. But it's almost like two at the same time. There's some kind of this era about him, almost like BK had, where it's like military cop, like that kind of feeling about him as well. But it's not that he did it. Not that he was it. It's like I have the authority. Like there's some kind of authoritative feeling about him.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I mean, I think it would.
Yeah. It's like kind of the same feeling I got with Big K. Like there's like an authoritative thing there where he thinks like it's his duty or something, but there's an authority kind of feeling with him. Yeah, like a super freaking headache, man. Somebody had to have been shot in the head. Like seriously, they had to have been, because I keep getting like these major pains in my head. I feel like it's all upper body though. Like I don't know if there's one through the back. Yeah, like I was getting that earlier. The mid back. Yeah, the mid back.
Yeah.
But my head. I keep getting my head. But it's like, I said that earlier, the mid back, the spine, like the upper thing. Because like my middle back was hurting earlier too. But I keep getting like my head. My head is like killing me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it makes sense.
But it's odd because sometimes I get one shot and then I get two and then I get three.
Yeah, there's multiple shots on some victims.
Okay, so was there anyone that just had one?
That's what I'm trying to find.
It's counting up. It's like 1 and then 2 and then 3. So I'm just wondering if there's some kind of numerology thing he was trying to do, or if it's just they're counting. It could just be multiple shots in the way that it depends on how I'm perceiving it, but they're counting like I hear 1, 2, 3. So I'm just wondering.
I didn't look into that. No, it doesn't say how many. I know on one it said multiple, but I don't see it on the others.
Yeah, I mean, they could be counting because it is multiple, but I'm just wondering. I don't know why they're counting. So. I'm trying to see if I can get any more. I never feel like I have enough. I don't.
You're doing good.
I also get the number 27. I don't know what that's about.
Okay.
I'd like to know, like, if Richard looks like not the Richard that was shot. Because I could be getting it because the Richard that was shot. But then, and if he's a cop, I can see why he would come in. But, I think there's something about that cop maybe getting too close. I wonder if he was on the investigation or something. Or if maybe he's, I don't know. There's something weird there. Like, I don't know if he was. I don't know. There's something weird about getting too close or something. Or knowing something. I really don't understand why my computer's doing this. It's about to drive me insane.
It's driving me crazy. So on September 27th, there was victims.
There was what?
Victims.
Oh, okay. So the 27th. Okay. Awesome. I got that. Okay. Also, I hear the pier. Do you know anything about the pier? I don't know what that would be about.
It's the pier like by water, right?
Yeah.
Because there was, if I remember right, reading, there was a couple by the going fishing that was shot.
Keep showing me the freaking moon. I keep seeing it like a trench coat or something. It's so weird. But I hear like computer geek. Like maybe he knew a lot about technology or computers or something like that. Like that's what he's saying. I think the sketch is right. That does look like who I'm seeing. Like I was trying to explain. I wish I could draw. I would probably have drawn something really similar.
There was a victim shot in the face.
Okay. So he had to have been facing him then. It's kind of weird. It's like he walks up to these people like he's a random person and just pulls a gun. It's almost like he's got Ted says balls of steel. I don't know, like he just walk up and like just shoot him.
Yep.
I also hear alleyways, so I don't know how that's significant.
I mean, there's victims we don't know about, so it's possible.
Maybe. I mean, maybe there is. I don't know if that's why the 10 came in, but it's kind of odd how he gave me both. Now I hear Rick, which is short for Richard.
Yep.
I'm hearing the same stuff I heard with Delphi. Like the same name, like how they gave me that name.
I'm trying to get back to the.
I mean, it could be that the cops just trying to come in, but I don't know if he's on the suspect list. But was he ever cleared?
I'm actually trying to find him since you keep getting it. There's 2 of them though.
I hear Brinkley. I don't know what that is. It's weird because I think that's a family member name on my dad's side, the last name. That's why I want to say it. But I don't know what that is. It's kind of weird.
No, they're both still on the suspect list.
They are. They weren't cleared.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I heard another EVP. Anything with the? Is there a T with any of them? With either of them? Oh, I don't understand what's going on with this thing. Also get a J. Is there a J anywhere?
You gotta go scroll up and down. Oh. No.
Huh. Okay. I don't know. First, middle, last, street name. I don't know.
It does only give the first and last, so I'm not seeing the middle.
Yeah. I'm literally not. It's like all the information just stopped. The month of December. I don't know what that's about. And it's weird because my head is hurting like in the front. You said the face, and it's like that's where
Yep.
my face. My face is hurting.
Now, what did you say before that?
Huh?
What did you say before that?
December.
There was victims on December 20th.
Yeah, it seems like stop that. It seems like he picks certain days, but always it's like the moon cycles. I wouldn't be curious if because you got the 27th and the 20th, what the moon cycles were, like waning or full,
Right.
or there's something with like specific moon cycles and the astrology and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really odd, but it's almost like I don't know, he studied it. It's almost like I get like computer nerd too, but it's almost like
He's shutting off.
I don't know where the teacher is coming in either, because I keep getting like the reference to a teacher.
There was a teacher that was on the suspect list. I keep going up and down. Hold on.
It's like it's weird. I keep getting a reference to a teacher. It's so odd. But it's probably not the same one with the name Richard. So, I mean, I could be picking up the suspects, but if the teacher is Richard, then I'll freak out.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay.
Then we'll be done for the night. Because it's almost like there's a teacher that like teaches some kind of astronomy or I don't know.
Unless he's one of the victims.
I keep seeing planets too. So
Okay.
I mean, that does have to do with like astrology and stuff, like where the planets are. I hear Saturn. I don't know what that means, but I keep seeing like planets. Tammy, the suspense is killing me.
Well, okay, so the two Richards weren't, but the one was like a well, I gotta find it. Where is it?
That's what I forget to tell people too, is I can get things around the case. It's not necessarily related to the victims or the perp. I can get things on the investigation around the case, evidence, stuff like that. So keep that in mind. I always forget to mention that, but it's not always just directly connected. Why is my computer doing that? Like, it has to be it can't be spirit. That they can't be keep doing that. It can't be.
Mine keeps on it too. It's
too
really
much.
weird. Because I just watched a movie and it never went off once.
It's never done that when I've done this. That's why, I mean, I guess we'll see the next reading I do, but I haven't changed anything, so I don't know why I would be doing that. It's really odd.
I mean, neither of them were a teacher, but one was in a silent film, if I'm reading it correctly.
I keep getting a teaching vibe at some point. I don't know what it means. Like, but it's like on this subject or something. My head hurts now more when I said that. Is there like Berkeley? Isn't Berkeley in San Francisco or something?
That I don't know.
It's like a college. But I'm just curious where this happened compared to like University or why I'm getting Berkeley. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like I'm grasping at straws now. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm really pulled to the Richard name, but then at the same time, like I'm getting like this like teacher vibe, and I don't know where that's coming from.
Okay.
It's gonna drive me nuts now. I also get the name Aaron. And
oh my gosh, might as well just shut our computers off right now.
I don't know. It's weird because it's like mine does it, then yours does it. Mine does it, then yours does it. It's like switching back and forth.
I just got to watch a movie before we did this on my computer, and it not once shut off.
Well, every time I've done a reading on this, I've never had this problem. I don't understand I don't understand what's going on. Yeah.
So what is the name you just got? Because I'm lost.
Aaron. It's okay. I think the information isn't coming. I'm trying too hard. Like there comes a point where like I try too hard to get information, and it's like it almost stops me. But at the same time, like my energy drains, and I can't reach that vibration because, you know, we're just a human connecting to it, like tuning into a radio station. That's all it is. And you know, we get what we get, and that's it. Sometimes they say stuff I don't pick it up. Sometimes it's not for me to know. Like.
I read about it. I'm trying to find it.
What?
I know I read about a teacher, so I just can't find it right now.
And
So-
I'm also getting a bus, and I don't know where the bus. I don't know if it happened in a bus stop. I don't know if there's a bus driver. I'm not really sure what that is, but bus.
Okay.
Because I hear like a bus stop, like the bus turn on its brake, like how they have those sounds when they stop.
People are gonna have to validate in the comments. I can't wait to see it. Because I don't know. I've been researching this in so long.
I don't know. I hope a lot of it's right, because I'm just like,
yeah.
Serial killer cases are really hard because, again, you're getting a lot of different energies. Even though I'm only connecting to Ted, like there's probably only so much he's allowed to tell me at the same time.
Yeah.
And and then I can get so many things around the victims and around the perp and around, like, I'm trying to just focus on the perp, but that doesn't mean the victims won't come in and aren't coming in.
Right. What was the name you said with a B?
Brinkley. But there's also Berkeley that comes in, like UC like it reminds me of UC Berkeley, like the college out there.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it means. Like, I just need people to understand that not everything is going to pertain to him. Like, even the military, like, that might not pertain to him. That might be the cop for all we know. Like, I don't know. I swear to freaking God, if this does this one more time, I'm going to flip a lid.
Yeah.
Because every time it does it, I'm like, crap, we're going to lose the whole reading, right? It's tripping me out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
I don't think Ted would do that unless it's just his energy. I don't know. Like,
I had the chills for like the last 10 minutes. So
okay, so we're gonna do the cards because I forgot to do it. So we're gonna add this in later, but I want to do the cards and see what we get. I think that I got a whole bunch of stuff on a whole bunch of people. A whole bunch of victims, a whole bunch of everything, a whole bunch of.
Yeah.
Okay, so
she did get a taxi and didn't say it. Just saying.
Suspect, I know. Suspect. I got sidetracked. So suspect, Zodiac.
Which is the victim?
Suspect? Who is the suspect, Zodiac? Ooh, they're telling me two more. Who's the suspect, Zodiac? Who is the suspect, Zodiac? Well, now. Oh, well, yeah, these are pretty freaking. Yeah. Yeah. I think they were right on the. Yep. I'll just keep pulling because it's correct. It's freaking correct. But it's weird because I get a female too. What the freaking A? This is weird. Huh. Okay. I don't know what that is. Huh. I don't know why I got the Operation Mockingbird. Like, it's like government controlled media. I don't know why I would get that.
Okay.
But military.
Yeah.
Assassination, which is what all of his things were.
Yep.
But this is weird. I don't understand the female card at all.
Okay.
But look, serial killer came up. What are the odds I pulled the serial killer card? Wow. But get this, aliens. And the reason why I think about the alien thing and why I kept this card is because it makes me think of what his thoughts were. And it also does relate to space, and stuff like that. So, and grandparent, so he was old.
Yep.
Maybe had kids.
Yep.
I don't know if he was a thief. But I was hearing burglary with Ted and I didn't say it because it didn't make sense. So I just wonder. And the devil card. Okay.
Yep.
So those are all very accurate, but that would lead us to, because after me and Tammy got off, when I was like, oh shoot, I didn't do the cards, we did some research, and the guy with the P last name was in the military. So, and he was old. So it makes you wonder if that must be the guy that, yeah, it must be the guy. I didn't get freaking house painter. There's a lot of stuff that Ted didn't tell me that he could have told me, though.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what the situation says. Yeah, they give me a number of how many times to shuffle, so all right. So there is death. I don't know where the runaway will come in at, unless it's like, I don't know if he ever tried to, I don't know, but obviously homicide.
Yep.
Murder, suicide, which I don't, sometimes I take that as it might just be another card just to say homicide. The drugs and poison I don't understand, but strangulation we just talked about. So there's no gun card or nothing. So man, the suspect card was really interesting though.
Yeah.
Shoot, my clip's broken. This is an area. I just want to see what it gives me for area. I don't know how accurate that'll be. One. Here, did it again. I don't know if that was 4 or 5. Crap. Were any of them found in the water, do you know?
Not the ones I read, but
Well, these might not make sense because they're more for like missing persons. I don't.
And it's warm down here. Are you good?
Well, I get so frustrated because I know people expect me to get a name or something. And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Like sometimes I can pick it up if I'm meant to have it, and sometimes I don't.
Right.
And sometimes they say it and I don't pick it up. But I don't know. And then like when I try to get a name, I'll get other names, like probably of other spirits or other things, because I'm trying too hard. So I'm pulling other people because I also hear Travis, and I don't know where that's coming from either.
Okay.
I don't even know what I've gotten. Like I'm trying to remember the reading, and I can't remember any of the reading.
I'm like, after a little while, I forget what you say. So I put my phone down.
Well, look at my paper. Like I obviously got a lot, but it doesn't feel like I got anything.
I feel like you have.
I'm trying to think back, and I'm like, yeah, but what I've gotten is not going to explain who he is. So, I mean, I don't know.
It might have people are really close to the case that have been following the case.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can always try it.
Just shut the computer.
If I can always try it later on if I feel like another pull to it or whatever. Like serial killer cases are super hard. And just like I'll get the case I'm supposed to get and what I'm supposed to get, but just like Idaho 4, like we did multiple readings, and sometimes it takes that. But
I normally don't have like feelings and stuff when you do this, but like I've been creeped out in my back and my
there's
computer.
A lot. I'm telling you, like I said, there's a lot of freaking energy right now. Like when I feel like this, there's too much energy around, and I think that's what's messing with the computers, because it's both of ours, not just mine. So it's not just yours. there's got to be something else that's happening tonight. That's, I don't know. I don't think it's Ted, because I don't think Ted would do, and it's just, his energy is just strong. But it could be just the victims, you know.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, I think we're gonna end it because I'm just not getting any more. I don't even remember what I got. I don't even know if it was helpful. I hope it was helpful. I really love serial killer cases, but they stress me out at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I never think I get enough. Like, I'm not describing enough, but maybe, I don't know. You know, we never know. So I want to thank you guys for your love and support. Thank you for liking and subscribing and being a part of this channel. We do appreciate you. And also, like, you know, be nice in the comments, be nice in your everyday life, be nice to people, plain and simple. And if I comment and I'm like, no, it's like this, I'm not getting on to you or being a, you know what, I'm just trying to explain how this works or explain certain things, because I get a lot of people thinking that, you know, I'm getting on to them or they shouldn't validate because I said this. And I'm like, no, guys, it's okay. I'm just trying to explain how it works. Kind of hard to tell, like, through text, you know, what I'm trying to convey. But I just really just try to explain and, you know, kind of show people how this works, because I think a lot of people have a lot of different expectations or don't understand, like, it's not everything is directly connected to one thing. So anyways, we love you guys and we hope to see you soon. We are trying really hard. We're both very busy. So